Bette Davis, born Ruth Elizabeth Davis, on April 5, 1908, in Lowell, Massachusetts, grew up in circumstances that quietly shaped the fierce determination she would later become known for. After her parents separated during her childhood, she was raised primarily by her mother, who encouraged independence and self-reliance rather than conformity. This early environment instilled in Davis a strong sense of personal discipline and emotional resilience. She was not raised with expectations of glamour or fame. Instead, her upbringing focused on education and character. As a young woman, she developed a fascination with performance after attending theater productions, realizing that acting could be more than entertainment. It could be a powerful form of expression. Her decision to study drama in New York marked the beginning of a lifelong pursuit of excellence. Even at this early stage, those around her sensed that she possessed an uncommon intensity and an unwavering belief in her own path. Training, and the first steps into acting. Before Hollywood ever knew her name, Bette Davis dedicated herself seriously to learning the craft of acting. She enrolled at John Murray Anderson's dramatic school in New York, where she immersed herself in voice work, movement, and stage performance. Unlike many hopeful performers who chased quick recognition, Davis approached acting as a discipline that demanded patience and skill. Her teachers often noted her concentration and emotional depth, qualities that made her stand out among classmates. Early stage appearances gave her confidence and introduced her to the realities of performance, long rehearsals, critical audiences, and the need for constant improvement. She did not rely on charm alone. Instead, she focused on authenticity and emotional truth. This foundation became essential when she later entered film, allowing her to portray characters with remarkable conviction. Her early training years were not glamorous, but they provided the technical strength that would later define her extraordinary career. Hollywood arrival and early struggles. When Bette Davis arrived in Hollywood in the early 1930s, success did not come instantly. She signed with Warner Brothers, but her initial roles were often small or uninspiring, leaving her frustrated yet motivated. Many young actors might have accepted whatever opportunities came their way, but Davis possessed a rare willingness to challenge limitations. She believed deeply in the importance of meaningful roles and refused to settle for parts that did not allow her to grow as an artist. These early struggles were critical in shaping her professional identity. Rather than discouraging her, they strengthened her resolve to prove her abilities. Studio executives soon realized she was not easily managed or silenced, and although this sometimes caused tension, it also earned her respect. Her persistence during these formative years demonstrated that her ambition was not rooted in vanity, but in a genuine desire to excel and to bring depth to every performance she accepted. Breakthrough performance and rising stardom. Bette Davis's breakthrough arrived with the 1934 film Of Human Bondage, a performance that dramatically changed her career trajectory. Portraying the complex and flawed character of Mildred Rogers, she displayed a fearless commitment to realism rather than superficial charm. The role demanded emotional vulnerability and intensity, and Davis embraced both without hesitation. Audiences and critics quickly recognized that she was not simply another actress seeking attention. She was a performer capable of transforming difficult characters into unforgettable portrayals. This film established her reputation as a serious dramatic talent and opened doors to more challenging opportunities. Her willingness to depict imperfection on screen distinguished her from many contemporaries who avoided roles that risked public approval. From that point forward, Davis became known for choosing substance over safety. The breakthrough did not just bring fame, it confirmed her belief that artistic courage and authenticity would ultimately define her lasting success. Awards, acclaim, and iconic roles. Over the following decades, Bette Davis built a filmography that remains one of the most respected in cinematic history. She won 2 Academy Awards for Best Actress and received numerous nominations, a remarkable achievement at the time. Films such as Dangerous, Jezebel, Dark Victory, Now, Voyager, and All About Eve showcased her extraordinary range, allowing her to portray characters who were intelligent, vulnerable, commanding, or emotionally conflicted. Her role as Margot Channing in All About Eve became especially legendary, delivering dialogue that continues to be quoted generations later. What set Davis apart was her refusal to rely solely on beauty or popularity. She embraced complexity and emotional honesty. Each performance carried a sense of lived experience, as though she truly understood the struggles of the characters she portrayed. Professional independence and industry impact. Beyond her performances, Bette Davis also influenced Hollywood through her determination to assert creative independence. In the 1930s, she took the bold step of challenging her studio contract in pursuit of better roles and artistic freedom. Although the legal battle did not end in her favor, it signaled a turning point in how actors viewed their professional rights. Davis demonstrated that performers could question restrictive systems and advocate for themselves. Her courage inspired conversations about fairness and artistic control within the film industry. She became known not only as a talented actress, but also as a figure of resilience who valued quality over convenience. This independence occasionally earned her a reputation for being difficult. Personal life and the search for balance. While Bette Davis achieved extraordinary professional success, her personal life was often complex and emotionally demanding. She experienced multiple marriages and periods of both companionship and heartbreak, reflecting the difficulty of balancing a demanding career with private happiness. Motherhood brought moments of deep joy as well as challenges, particularly as her public fame sometimes complicated family relationships. Like many individuals living under constant public attention, Davis found that privacy could be difficult to maintain. Yet those close to her often described her as deeply caring and fiercely protective of her loved ones. Her personal journey reveals a woman striving for stability while navigating the pressures of celebrity life. Rather than defining her solely by her struggles, it is more accurate to view her personal experiences as part of a broader human story, one of learning, resilience, and the ongoing effort to find harmony between ambition and emotional fulfillment. Public image, honest opinions, and professional rivalries. Bette Davis became widely known for her candid personality and her refusal to disguise her opinions. In an industry often built on politeness and diplomacy, her honesty sometimes stood out sharply. She held strong views about professionalism, preparation, and dedication, and she expected high standards from both herself and those she worked with. This directness occasionally led to well-publicized rivalries, yet it also reflected her passion for the craft of acting. Importantly, many of these professional tensions were rooted in competition and creative differences rather than personal hostility. Over time, audiences came to appreciate her authenticity, recognizing that her straightforward nature was part of what made her performances so convincing. Davis did not seek universal approval. Instead, she prioritized sincerity and artistic excellence, later years, and enduring recognition. Even as the film industry evolved, Bette Davis continued to work and receive recognition for her contributions to cinema. In her later years, she faced health challenges with notable strength, demonstrating the same resilience that had defined her early career. She remained active in public appearances and industry events, often receiving honors that celebrated her lifetime achievements. These moments were not simply ceremonial. They were acknowledgments of decades of dedication and influence. Audiences and fellow actors alike expressed admiration for her perseverance and commitment to performance. Rather than retreating quietly from the spotlight, Davis maintained a dignified presence that reflected both gratitude and confidence. Legacy and lasting influence. Bette Davis passed away in 1989, leaving behind a legacy that continues to resonate across generations of film lovers and performers. She is remembered not only for her iconic roles, but also for the strength of character that guided her journey. Her career stands as an example of perseverance, authenticity, and artistic courage. The inscription associated with her memory, "She did it the hard way," perfectly captures the essence of her life. She did not rely on shortcuts or fleeting trends. Instead, she built her reputation through discipline, honesty, and unwavering commitment to her craft. Today, her performances remain widely studied and celebrated, reminding audiences of the power of emotional truth in storytelling. Davis's influence extends beyond awards or box office numbers. It lives on in the standards she set and the inspiration she provides to artists who value integrity and passion in their creative pursuits.